Hi Aries, and welcome to your monthly love predictions reading. We're going to be doing a love reading from mid-September to mid-October. So we're going to have a look at the main themes you'll experience in love during that period. And we're also going to have a look at the main person that you'll be dealing with in love in terms of their energy towards you, how they'll be feeling, what they'll be thinking. It's going to be pretty juicy. So before we get into it, I just want to say, Aries, if you are looking for a general predictions reading, I do my monthly predictions for each sign at the end or start of every month. So September is live at the moment. I recommend you check that out. And if this reading resonates, I also recommend that you subscribe and join the family so that you can stay informed of any future uploads. So let's get into it. Aries spirit, what are Aries' main themes in love for the month ahead? What are Aries' main themes? We have conjunction coming out for you first. We're going to pull at least 3 cards. What are Aries' main themes in love for the month ahead? We also have Chiron reversed. What are Aries' main themes in love, spirit? And we have 1. Okay. We have Capricorn at the back of the deck. I'm hearing the song For Now by Zella. Let me just look it up really quickly and show you guys. It could be significant to your reading. Well, as soon as 1 came out, the line in that song came into my brain. This song. I gotta pause it because I don't want to get copyrighted, but this song seems to be significant for you. So what I am feeling is overall with Capricorn at the back of the deck, it could be an interesting month for you. Capricorn may be helpful in some ways, only because it's a cardinal sign like you. So there's this strong feeling of ambition and putting things into a practical kind of box to move forward. Maybe Capricorn is helping you tick off some of your long-term goals in love, and Capricorn may have you in a more serious energy, trying to be more kind of devoted to a long-term plan rather than a short-term plan. When it comes to love, looking for something more committed instead of just kind of casual. But I also see how Capricorn can really conflict with your Aries placements because it is a very restrictive energy, and it's a very mature energy of being strict and structured. Whereas Aries, your main energy that you bring into the zodiac wheel is one of renewal and being fresh, and not even renewal. It's just about sort of being ambitious and driven for the sake of trying new things and starting new experiences. So it could be a bit of a challenge for you. Maybe you may be very strict on yourself or hard on yourself in the month ahead. You may be finding it difficult to set into a balance, either being very restrictive or just trying to kind of be hard on yourself and strict about how you approach love and romantic situations. Especially if you're single, I think you're kind of putting down a boundary line, but it's not really for anyone else. It feels like it's a boundary line for you. Like you're being strict and telling yourself, this is all I can do. So let's get into it. I want to look at conjunction first. This energy feels interesting because it's kind of like talking about collaboration in some way. It's also talking about something coming together to be helpful. So someone may be helping you in love. Someone may be setting you up. Someone may be working with you on your partnership. Some of y'all could be seeking couples therapy if you're in a relationship, or like an external party to support your partnership in a helpful way, because it is a helpful aspect. But at the same time, it just feels like it's kind of the goal here is to get something out of it. I need to clarify with tarot, because I'm almost getting somebody who's really eager to help you out and to kind of set you up, if that makes sense. What's going on here with conjunction for Aries in love, spirit? What is this conjunction? Maybe you have an auntie or something who's been trying to get you on a date with someone they know. We have the 9 of Pentacles coming out first. What is conjunction about? We have the Queen of Swords. Okay, could be therapy for some of you. Someone helping you sort through any blockages. It doesn't even feel like real issues. It just feels like maybe helping you see the bigger picture, helping you clear things out and observe your options and empower you towards making decisions for your future. Spirit, clarify conjunction for Aries. We also have the Lovers card and the Two of Pentacles. Lovers is upright, Two of Pentacles is reversed. At the back of the deck is the Queen of Wands. So I think overall, this conjunction is about kind of trying to take something to the next level. As in, like, especially if you've been focusing on yourself and if you've been kind of just focusing on your own security and feeling secure and being independent. Some of y'all have just been really focused on your work or your material world and creating material security or financial security. But I think that the goal of this is taking things to the next level. So I do see you making a decision about someone or something. And it feels like this decision is about taking your love life a bit more seriously. You could be consulting a professional with that Queen of Swords, but it feels more like you're looking at the bigger picture yourself and trying to kind of appreciate where the growth has taken you. Because I think that the decisions that you make around your love life in the month ahead are a reflection of you wanting to continue to level up. And so you're kind of being strategic here. With love, it feels like you have some sort of plan and you're ticking boxes and getting closer to the overall outcome / goal. I also see with the Two of Pentacles reversed that some of you are under the impression that you can get what you want quicker than you expected. You may even just be feeling a little bit rushed, or as though things are happening faster in a way that is kind of getting you. Yeah, it just feels like it's getting you there quicker, because I would almost see the Two of Pentacles as you sort of slowly balancing out your lifestyle and introducing some things over time or getting out there slowly. It almost feels like you're just trying to get out there immediately. You may be pursuing someone quite actively in the month ahead, but I feel like they're not the ones that initiate it. I feel like either somebody else sets you up or they approach you first and you seem to show immediate interest towards this person. The other thing with the Queen of Swords reversed, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands at the back of the deck, none of them are reversed, but with both of those Queen energies, it just feels like you're standing in your power, you're aware of your worth, and you're literally at a point where you're like, it has to be better. It can't even meet me at this level. Like, it has to be better. So I just feel like your standards are really high and you may have your eye on someone, but only if they are like top of the line, peak, peak compatibility, or peak, when you have like a list of qualities that you're into, they have to like tick all of those qualities. I do think that this is motivated by you trying to kind of drop something else. So for some of you Aries, it feels like you may have been kind of holding on to someone else or a connection that wasn't going to get better. And so you started focusing on yourself, and now you're realizing like, oh, I've outgrown that situation, or I'm kind of better than what I was pursuing before. So now I've got to make a decision to pursue something else, someone else who is better suited. What is the advice here with this conjunction energy? That's true. What is the advice here for this conjunction energy? We have the dead end reversed. Yeah, you are not someone who should be dry, high and dry. Look at that. We have the river at the back. You're definitely not supposed to be dry when it comes to love. I see a lot of like admirers, but I see that the ball is in your court when it comes to making these opportunities into something. Like, it feels like there's almost nothing new here. Either that person's already in our energy, or we're just not fully seeing, until we step back and look at the bigger picture, our true choices in love. Because the dead end reversed is saying that things are stepping up for you. You're not going to hit a dead end. You're not going to hit a brick wall. I feel like you're taking an adjacent opportunity in love, though. It may not have been at the start of 2022 your ideal, but now that you've leveled up, and now that you've really spent a lot of time on yourself and creating a sense of self-security, self-abundance, self-awareness too of how much you have to offer, you're looking for something bigger and better and really setting your sights high there. So your advice is to kind of keep doing so. If you hit a dead end, see rejection as redirection. A dead end is literally a hint to you that you're looking in the wrong direction. I see you needing to focus on adjacent possibilities, and at the very least, just looking at the bigger picture when it comes to love, for what is really out there for you. Not getting too subjective, and trying not to get too hyper fixated on one thing, if that makes sense. So next we have Chiron, and Chiron is reversed. So I do think that you may be dealing with an issue, an emotional issue that is impacting your love life, needing to heal. Chiron could be highlighting the fact that your love life may not be your main priority in the month ahead. You could be focusing on other things, and love is just kind of on the back burner. But let's clarify to see what's going on. Why is Chiron here in Aries love reading? We have the Six of Cups coming out first. Why is Chiron here? We have the Nine of Swords reversed. Why is Chiron here, please, Spirit? Okay. We have the Queen of Cups reversed, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. At the back of the deck is the Ten of Swords. So this Chiron is a weird feeling of needing to kind of reconcile something that has happened in a previous connection, in which you felt betrayed, or you may have really put so much into it that in hindsight you look back and you feel like a bit of a fool. But you have to kind of let those thoughts offer you clarity and resolution and get a sense of closure in order to kind of get to a point in the month ahead where you're aware of how these past feelings are standing in the way of your new opportunities in love. And for some of you, this is impacting a connection that is already established in your life. Getting frustrated with somebody else for what someone else did. And just kind of taking it from here and putting it over there. But I just kind of think that with that Ten of Swords, there is overall going to be the end of a difficult cycle for you, Aries, in the month ahead. And it has a lot to do with an emotional issue that may have been prolonged for you, or you may have felt like it was prolonged. The Six of Cups is what's making me think that it could be connected to your childhood, or that it could be somewhat connected to like a previous relationship from your past. But I also think that the Six of Cups is almost like a glimmer of hope of what you could have next, which is what's connecting it to that strong feeling of heal, please, because you don't want to project those fears and that pain onto whoever is coming next. The other side of it, though, with the Queen of Cups reversed, it does kind of feel like you just aren't as sort of open to romance in the month ahead. You may be seeking more kind of healing, loving connections, more like friendship, a feeling of kind of companionship, and someone who is more sort of cuddly rather than romantic. So I could see you kind of paying more attention to your close friends, your siblings even, rather than your love interests in the month ahead, because you seem to be seeking that companionship more than anything. So if you don't have an established partner, you're going to kind of seek those people out who help make you feel warm and fuzzy. And I just think with the Nine of Swords reversed and the Ten of Pentacles upright, that this is a temporary feeling of just needing some healing. So like your soulmates, the people that make you feel comfortable and homely. With the Ten of Pentacles, these are people that you would even consider to be family. You know, that's how familiar they are to you. So I do think that the month ahead is kind of more with that theme about healing something and getting to the point where you have closure so that you can be emotionally available for loving romantic sort of connections again, but romance, I just don't see it being your main focus in the month ahead. It seems to be more about companionship, kindred spirits, and just sort of healing as well. So what is the advice here with Chiron for Aries? What is the advice? We have the flame coming out upright. So that as advice, first of all, we have the number 51 in case that's significant. We also have the number 40 with the dead end. But I think that as advice is kind of talking about you staying focused, holding intentions. Just because your priorities may not be on love, or your priorities may not be in one specific area of your life, doesn't mean you have neglected a manifestation or some sort of objective that you have. There's a strong sense of being focused on one thing in particular, and whatever that one thing is, like, that is your main prerogative, and your advice is to just honor that clarity and that wisdom of knowing like what is important and what needs your full attention, because we aren't neglecting, we're just kind of putting it on the back burner temporarily. Whatever other aspects are not the priority, they are not completely like getting rid of it and throwing it out and forgetting about it. We're just kind of putting it on the back burner temporarily. So your advice with the flame is to definitely give yourself enough time for, like outlets and expelling energy and your creative passions, because these will help with any of that healing as well. Whether you consider yourself to be a creative person or not, it could even just be exercising as a way of getting out energy, or music as well, singing along to your favorite songs, not necessarily writing your own songs. It depends how creative you are, but definitely giving yourself outlets to help fast track this healing process. Let's look at your last card. We have 1 here, and 1 does feel like it's you, sweets. I mean, I'm not getting a primary, like secondary energy in terms of I'm not getting a strong feeling of somebody else. It just feels like this reading is very much about you. So what is 1 talking about for Aries? What is this theme in love for Aries? I'm going to take that card because it did flip. The 4 of Cups, trying to be content. I feel like this isn't you missing out on anything. It's you just trying to be content. Like just trying to kind of live with what you have. The 8 of Cups, trying to make something work for you. Not trying to get too far ahead, not trying to get too far back, just staying in the present moment. Temperance, yeah. This feels like you trying to balance yourself out and just prioritize your needs, your emotional needs. The back of the deck is the 10 of Cups. You're aware that eventually somebody else is going to have to join you in this picture, but you seem very focused on yourself, and the goal here is to heal, or to at least prioritize self, so that you can share a healthy version of yourself, a happy version of yourself with another person. And even if you're in a relationship, Aries, I still think you're going to really be focusing on your own well-being, your own emotional being, and just kind of tempering your energy out, being in union with self. I do see a lot of you guys kind of withdrawing and holding back from new connections in order to just focus and heal on what you've been through already. I see some of you still holding space for someone from your past, but that's because you're still processing what has happened between you recently. And I think that the goal here is for you to just feel better connected to your emotions in the month ahead, so that whatever may come, past or new, you're in a fairly balanced state to be able to receive them. That's what it feels like. Let's get advice for this 1 theme. What is the advice for Aries here with this 1 theme? Your advice is Kairos, all in critical timing. Literally, I'm hearing God's plan. So however religious you are, whatever religion you are, Kairos is talking about divine timing, critical timing, things coming together when it is appropriate. And I think you get that. That's why you're helpfully distracting yourself with your own stuff until something else comes along and distracts you from that. But you're hoping that by the time they come, you're not feeling as sad or as unstable emotionally as you are in the month ahead. You're just trying to focus on being content and working through whatever happened in your recent past so that it doesn't kind of throw you off balance whenever the next big love romance shift happens. I really want to delve into the people that you're dealing with now, Aries. Let's have a look at the established person. So for those of you who are dealing with a past person or someone who you have an established connection with, how are they feeling about Aries? How is the past person feeling about Aries? We have Heaven's Only Wishful by more grief. How is the established person feeling? The one that Aries has history with. How are they feeling about Aries? Okay, we also have the Tear. So this person, there's a strong feeling of missing you, but there's also a feeling of trying to give you space to go through whatever it is that you need to go through. I feel there's still a connection of loyalty with Vow at the back of the deck. I feel like this person isn't just completely a part of your past. Like there's still a connection to you in your present. This is someone who feels like your connection has been through it though, and it could be due to these external things that you're going through. But I also think that this person knows that this connection hasn't been easy. There were challenges in the past, and they're feeling the weight of those challenges in the month ahead. We have Close Your Eyes and See It Through. Chaos comes and collects the youth. This person feels like they may have wasted their young years. I'm feeling like they didn't give the best version of themselves to you, or that they prioritized the better version of themselves on fruitless things, like temporary things. It's giving me that era when, you know, you look good, you feel good, you're still very sort of perky and full of life, and then you just kind of like go for the instantly gratifying things and you lose it before you can even blink. That's what this person feels like. They feel like they wasted their young years. I can feel the cold air when the night comes, Heaven's Only Wishful. I sense regret, but I also feel hope. I can't lie. I feel like this isn't a complete X. This person still has hope that there is a future. And the Tear tells me that there's a lot of unresolved emotional stuff. Like the two of you, as far as they are concerned, should be having more conversations and should be communicating more about what you have been through to get closure. Like I think this person wants more closure from you. They're not happy with where things were left. So let's get some advice when dealing with this past person, Spirit. What is the advice for Aries when dealing with this past person? What is the advice for Aries? Okay, we have Water. So your advice here is first of all, you're being called to honor your intuition with this person, but honor your feelings, honor your emotions. You intuitively are focused on self for a reason. There's a strong emphasis on giving yourself room and time to feel, and also just making sure that you're not kind of pushing ahead for the sake of ticking boxes and reaching milestones. I do sense a slower approach in the month ahead for you, and just being very tentative and aware of the fact that you're craving more connection rather than romance. Water as advice does feel like you need to kind of be patient with the highs and lows that you may experience in the next month when it comes to your emotions. Because at times you may feel amazing, and then at other times you just need a really big hug from someone who you know cares about you, and from someone who you feel has your best interest at heart, and that may not always be this person. So let's have a look at how the new person is feeling. For those who are dealing with a new person or someone who isn't well established in your life, how is the new person feeling about Aries in the month ahead? Okay, that was quick. We have Boredom. I Like When It Rains by Willis. This song blew up on TikTok and Instagram. It was crazy. I like that song for ages, FYI. I'm always proud, though, when artists get the recognition they deserve. What else can you tell us about this new person? Their energy towards Aries in the month ahead. Okay, we got some cards. We're going to take this one, the Maiden. So it's not that they're bored. They're just feeling like they're on the fringes of your peripheral. Like, this is that Four of Cups energy. This person, the new person who you may be dealing with, they are feeling a very nostalgic connection to you with this I Think I Like When It Rains card. That's a very nostalgic song of somebody reflecting on their younger years. It's a young person, mind you, but they're just like going from college, looking back into high school and realizing that those years were actually a lot simpler than they realized. And that's what it kind of feels like. There's a weird past connection with this person. It doesn't feel like they're completely new, if that makes sense. They may know you from somewhere. They may have a connection to your childhood in some way, or they may be feeling like the two of you. My puppy is playing with the camera, so I apologize if it goes helter-skelter. There's just this weird feeling of reminiscing. So even though they're new, there's a nostalgic feeling here. Other than that, just be careful of your energy and what you may be attracting, because you're also in a nostalgic energy. So you may be attracting somebody else who's just kind of looking for a distraction or a numbing feeling, not really anything serious, and your energy is saying, I'm looking for something serious. So I think that the new person is feeling very attracted to you. They're very drawn to your healing energy because you're so focused on healing yourself. This person's like, yes, perfect, you can heal me too. But they may just be someone whose love language is physical touch, and so they're just a very sensual person. But with the Maiden here, their energy towards you is very sensual, and you don't want to kind of be taken for a ride from somebody who hasn't sorted their shit from their past out with that boredom card. It's like they're kind of looking for something from their past in a connection with you. So what is the advice for Aries with this new person? What is the advice for Aries when it comes to this new person? Okay, we have 2 reversed. Yeah, there's a reason why Capricorn was at the back of the deck, and now we have the 10th house at the back of the deck. Both very similar energies. The 10th house is complete structure and rigidity and tradition, though. It's really important that when dealing with this new person, you have your boundaries, you lay down the law, and you stay true to what suits you. I think you should take it slow with them because they feel temporary anyway, or they feel like they only have casual intentions versus what you're seeking. So be very clear, be very self-aware, and make sure that you are putting up boundaries where necessary, because there's a strong focus on self, and this person just seems to kind of slip in while you're focusing on healing yourself, and they're like, yes, let's heal together, but they're really just looking for the numbingness that a casual connection can offer. That's what I'm seeing for you, Aries, when it comes to the month ahead in love. I hope this was helpful for you. I do a lot of other love readings on my main channel, so I recommend that you check those out if you need more confirmation or clarity. Otherwise, if this didn't resonate 100%, you could have messages in your moon or Venus sign, and I hope that this main message, if you're an Aries sun, moon, rising, was helpful and informative. It's been a pleasure to read for you, Aries. Have a prosperous, abundant month ahead, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye.